Right, his day number like 33 or something, quitting drinking. And this video is kind of interesting. Like I started working this morning. I like lifted weights. I like tried to eat right. I tried to do everything. But here's one thing. Here's one thing to do. I mean, quitting drinking alcohol um isn't just kind of like I was saying before. You know, you're trying to get rid of stress. You're trying to figure out the underlying problem of why you drink. Um, and you got to continue quitting drinking. I mean, whether or not like morally you are guilty because you don't think you're a good person in life, like, or you, and that's a factor of an anxiety that has to do with you. Like that's kind of one thing that line right, that sentence right there kind of has to do with today. Um, this video. So okay, so I woke up and my friend is like arguing with me all the time, and I was like, I'm just trying to tell him, I'm trying to say to him like I'm kind of like arguing with him first thing in the morning. So my day kind of starts out like that. So then I'm thinking about it. Like I go to the gym and I'm thinking about it, and I'm like this sucks because we're texting each other and we really don't know what each other have to say about the situation, which isn't a big deal. But I'm always telling about quitting drinking, you know, trying to change your life right now. You know, I'm onto this little thing that I'm gonna be doing for a year, and it's not really good for everybody. Like I mean, I'm happy myself making these videos and being completely basically alone in Chicago except for a couple friends, and but really all I do is just alone work and stuff, and so it's kind of tricky because most people I tell about this, like I'm like, oh, you know, you could change your diet, and once you get everything all figured out, like you know, your debt, and like you're working on it all, you're trying to fix your life, you know, fix your life and be motivated and keep going every day. And when I tell everybody this, it pretty much pushes people away more than being depressed. Like if I'm depressed, I don't know. I mean, when I'm kind of like feeling bad, I guess people are kind of there for you. They're kind of wanting to help you. But when you're feeling really good, I notice people are kind of like, when you're fixing things, people are kind of like, never mind, don't talk to me. I don't want to hear your crap about your improved lifestyle or whatever. So I don't know if that's totally true, but you know, some people might want to. Some friends are cool. Some friends like want to hear like we talk about stuff. But like the reason why I was saying like kind of being guilty about today is like I've been feeling great, and I'm always riding my bike really fast around the city, and that's, you know, it's I got a lot of energy and I'm getting food done fast, and you know, like I'm looking out for people, but really, is there anybody that I cut off on my bike? Is there anybody that isn't having a good day that it's like, oh, you just almost hit me, you know, where that affects their day? I'm sure there is. And I mean, there's little situations like that, especially in a city where you deal with a lot of people, and you gotta get over it, you know. But you also you gotta, I should be, you know, I gotta fit somewhere in between, in the middle, where I'm watching out, you know, where I feel like helpful myself, like kind of morally, like I'm doing what's right. So so anyway, I kind of got in a fight with my friend. We're arguing. Then I go to this restaurant, and for some reason today, I'm just more thinking about things, you know? My mind is more like looking more inside, and maybe I am pretty like self-centered right now, but I'm feeling kind of bad, like bad to start out with. I'm kind of like, how can I fix this problem? Like, I don't want to fight with friends, but at the same time, if we're like not getting along, we're like arguing about stuff. That's, you know, like, I mean, why, you know? Is it because we're both in that mood or what? I don't know. So then I go, and this little girl, she's like 2 years old. She's like this tall, and like she runs I walk out from this door, and she looks at her family, and then she just runs. She looks at me, and they're like saying, "Come here, come here," and then she just runs and just looks at me, and I don't know if she was looking at me or what, but she totally just runs face first right into this table with her mouth, and like I was like, that was bad, that was bad. But I walked past him and I got my bike, and this lady said something to me like oh, that's like a one in a lifetime thing or something. And I'm like, I kind of yell out because I got my headphones on. I'm like, that was a good one. I was like, that was a good one, because I was like, and I kind of laughed, but I really felt bad. I felt like, oh, that is horrible. That was totally like, that's got to be painful. But she's a little kid and like doesn't weigh a lot, and I think didn't really mess her mouth up. I think she'll be okay. Well, her parents pick her up, and I kind of look at them, and they're like holding her and stuff, and they look really kind of terrified, like mad. And I was like, I hope I didn't, what I said didn't affect him in a negative way. And I just felt like it really did, like I'm just so excited because I'm getting my bills paid and all that. And I can't worry about everybody, but I'm just saying to think about how you're affecting other people. Like I got to start doing that a little more, I think. But so anyway, I go to deliver food, and I'm delivering food. I got 3 deliveries done, and they're all just going really super slow. And so then I go to this one house, and this lady, I got my backpack, and it takes me forever to do her delivery because it's like Shake Shack. You got to order it, then you got to get ketchup, then you got to get mustard and put it in these little things, and then you got to wait 15 minutes. So then I bring her food, and I like take it out of the bag, and I'm like handing it to her, and she's kind of got this weird look on her face, and I give it to her, and I'm like wondering if she's judging my clothes. Do I look like, I don't know. And I'm like, hey, how's it going? And I didn't know that building. I don't usually go upstairs in it, and I always wanted to, and because it's kind of a cool building. And I'm like, is this a motel? And she's like, yeah. And then I'm like, oh, so are you just staying for a few days? And she's like, and then she just grabs the food out of my hand and just is like, and just slams the door like really hard, and like I'm like super hard, and it made me mad right away. I was like mad right away. Actually, I was like, what's going on? Like, does you got to shut that door that hard to close it? But then I was like, geez, she must be mad, and then I thought about what I said, and I think my next question would have been like, well, I mean, I like talking to people when I deliver food because it's makes it more of a friendly job. I mean, I don't really talk to people very much, and then sometimes it even might help get tips a little bit, because sometimes if you don't get tips, you're making like $8 an hour. And so then when I thought about her like point of view, like I probably would have said like, well, what are you like? Are you doing? You must be doing something cool in Chicago. Like sometimes when I talk to people, they ask about what's going on in Chicago, and I can tell them places they're close by and stuff. And then I thought about her, and she's probably thinking I'm some creepy guy that's wants to know about her life or something, and how long she's staying, and like start, because I came to the room, which is completely, totally wrong. And now I feel bad, and I'm sure she feels bad. So it's like, so I got to get over that, But and I'm doing every goal. I'm not saying my life is so difficult because of these little situations. I'm not able to cope with life, and I'm getting farther and further in life, and doing the things I want to do. And I'm doing awesome. But there is these little things during the day that kind of disrupt the day. And I'm sure if she went back or met me, she wouldn't be like, this is creepy, or this is a problem, or whatever, the door needs shut harder. if you're not doing things so fast paced, like this is my reaction, bam, like you got to deal with your reactions in life a little bit, no matter who you are. I mean, not everybody. Sometimes people don't have to think about the repercussions of things, but so I don't know. So then it kind of got on my nerves. So then I'm like, all right, screw this day. Like, I'm done with this day. The reason why is because my knees are hurting today, and I'm really tired. And I rode like 120, 30 miles in the last 3 days. So it's a lot of 4 days. It's a lot of riding, and I lift weights. I'm pretty burnt out. So I'm like, I'm gonna just take the day off. I should have yesterday because Tuesdays are slow, and I should do it forever. But I have a friend, and he works every day of the week and makes like 200 every day, and he's like rides 55 miles a day. I mean, he's never gets tired. So I was trying to keep up with him. So I'm like, man, I should take the day off. I'm gonna do the things I want to do. The reason why I think I'm more like looking inward is because I'm tired, but I think it's good to do this too. I think it's good to evaluate parts of what your reasons for doing things and kind of feel kind of not like the center of your world. So yeah, I don't want to say today is a bad day. I know, so anyway, I get home, I go outside, and there's a parking ticket on my car for $60, and I'm trying to save money by parking it, and I can't sell the car, and it's booked at 2,700, and I can't even sell it for like $800. So I'm having a lot of multiple problems today. Here's my ticket right here, stupid ticket. And so I'm having all these problems today, and I just don't want to, it's kind of like I kind of want to hide. I kind of want to just drink a beer and just be like, all right, forget this. What can get my mind off it? Because when you have a problem, your mind kind of stays on it, You don't just, I don't really know how to just be like, okay, mind, quit thinking about it. We're over the problem. And next, on to the next thing. So it doesn't. Mine doesn't. And so I'm going to try to, do extra different things today that I've been wanting to do for a week and get them out of the way. And I'm going to just keep going on with my own day the way I want to. And then hopefully I'll be totally and have energy for the next week before I take a day off again. And so I just want to make this video to say that it kind of had to do with morals, but it kind of has to do with not necessarily just morals, but what you're, to realize that sometimes you do get tired, do get worn down, and you might, and you might kind of not be on the top of yourself, and you might kind of be in the background and take a day off, take a break, and you don't always have to be the best either. I could keep working today, but I think it'll help the rest of the week on the busier days if I don't work all day. So I just want to let you know that, and then if you're not, if you really want to drink, and this is part of your reason for wanting to drink, well, don't drink and try to do what I'm doing, like wash your clothes, make food, do the things you want to do, paint, play music, go watch a movie, go check something out. I hope you got time to be able to do something like that, and just realize that nobody can look at you like that girl looked at me, or no little situation where you're with somebody for a minute or two. They can't totally know who you are as a person. They can judge you by how you look and how you act a little bit, but it takes a little bit more to like get into knowing somebody. So I can't take these things that happened today against me. I can't say this parking ticket, the life is trying to kill me, I gotta say these are all things I gotta pay attention to, parking tickets, and people, these kind of little things, what's happening with the weather, why do they act like that? There's a reason, and things happen. So anyway, good luck in life. Quit drinking.